All right, next up, we go over to Jackson State and Coach TC Taylor. Once again, if you have questions for Coach, please utilize the raise your hand feature. Get your question in the queue. We already have several questions in the queue, so please limit your questions to one initial question. First question, first off, I'm sorry, Coach. Good morning to you. How you doing?
I'm good. Good morning.
Moving too fast there, Coach. As always, we thank you for taking time to your schedule to join us. Coach, obviously this past week, a bye week for your program. If you could start us out with an opening statement, just recapping this past week.
Just a typical bye week for any program. Got some guys back healthy, try to get them up right. Getting some rep for guys, some of those backup guys, just continuing to grow the depth. And also, we got a jump start on Southern, a big conference game going on the road down there in Baton Rouge. I know Coach Graves is going to do a heck of a job getting those guys prepared. He got a lot of athletes, on that football team. So those were some of the things we were focusing on the bye week. So we geared up and ready to go for this weekend, though.
Thank you for those opening comments, Coach. First question goes to Wayne Cartwright.
Coach Taylor, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So obviously, this is not really a typical situation with Southern having changed over just schematically with the play caller and things of that nature. But in saying that, how important are you guys going to lean upon your adjustment making? More so, more so typical, or will it be kind of typical, or will it be a little bit more out of the ordinary considering the circumstances of Southern?
I think it's going to be your typical football game. I'm a big believer of whatever team can make the adjustments in a game, whether it's halftime or throughout the football game, or is going to have an opportunity to win games. They got great coaches down there. I know Coach McNair, he's former head coach. He's calling the plays now, as well as Coach Fredericks, Henry Miller, Coach Graves. I just spoke on him. So, I know those guys will be ready to go. They've had 2 weeks to prepare. The same here. We got a great coaching staff as well. So it's going to be a great chess match come this weekend.
All right, Coach. We're all looking forward to that big one down there on the Bluff Saturday night. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you.
Next question goes to Doc Holliday.
Coach TC, how you doing this morning?
I'm good, Doc. How are you?
I'm doing good. First and foremost, happy birthday to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Doc.
Anytime. Last season, you came up with the quote that the train is leaving the station and there's no more tickets being sold. You're still on that time right there?
We getting there. We just ended preseason play with this football team. We still got a lot of questions out there to get answered with this football team as well. But I know when it all comes together, that's what I mean. When that train leaves the station, if either you're on board or you're off. So if you're not on, there's no catching up to it once we get the rolling.
I appreciate you, Coach.
I appreciate you, Doc. Thanks.
Next question goes to James Hill.
Hey, Coach, I hope you and everybody at J State are well, and happy birthday.
All right. Thank you, James. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Coach, Southern and Jackson, this is a big-time rivalry, Blue Bloods, HBCU. Take us back to some of your greatest memories playing quarterback, playing in that series, and what it was like for you as a student athlete and a coach.
Just some of you talk about one of the biggest rivalries in the country, when you talk about Southern and Jackson State, that football game, it's a little different when you're talking about their rivalry. The Alcorn rivalry, that's like a family divided, but this is like they don't like us, we don't like them, type feel when you talk about those games. But I can think back to playing in the first ever, as a player, first ever SWAC championship game, in Birmingham. We lose to them 31-30. It's always a nail biter when those two teams come and collide. The fans going to come out and show support on both sides, whether we're in Baton Rouge or we're here in Jackson. You think about just last year, we had the opportunity to play them twice. They came to Jackson, for the first game and then the SWAC championship game. So it's going to be a great football game, a heated rivalry. Like I said, not a lot of love lost, between our fans and those fans. I do have some great friends as coaches down there with Coach Graves, Coach McNair, and Mark and all those guys, Coach Miller. But, this is conference football now. You're talking about SWAC football games now, so every one of them counts. So we got to be ready to go.
Have a good week, Coach.
Thank you. You do the same.
Question goes to Perry Daniels.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. How you doing, Perry?
Super fantastic. Happy birthday.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Coach, talk about going into A.W. Mumford Stadium and that whole environment on the bluff, and what do you communicate to your team about that?
Yeah. When you go over that hill, over that hump, you better have your mind right. You know, you better be ready to play. It's can be an intimidating atmosphere down there. Their fans they can get pretty rowdy. That long walk from the locker room to get to the football field, but when we get all that, you take all of that and set aside. It's all about the football game in the end. You know, we got to go out there and execute at a high level, but you know that atmosphere can be intimidating. But we got the team that's built for it. Our coaching staffs and everything. We're locked and ready to go into there and you know, play a good football game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Question goes to Doc Holliday.
Sorry about that. Going into the game with Southern University, no, you just said you just had some players kind of basically nurse some injuries and everything like that. What are the things that you see as far as trying to clean up the penalties, like we talked about last week in the coach's call after the game against Tuskegee, and moving forward?
Yeah, you know, that's what that was a big emphasis in the bye week for us. But you just get them ready for situational football and those type of moments. You know, you show the players and you talk to them about the mistakes they made when you see the flags on the ground, and that's about all you can do. You know, you punish them for it and you move forward, but you don't try to dwell on it and have it on their minds when they're going into football games. You still have to go out there and play carefree football, but still at the same time be disciplined. You know, like I said, over 30 penalties for us in the last 3 games. That's a lot, you know, and we know we got to be better going forward, especially with conference play starting this weekend.
I appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Terrence Harris.
Coach, how you doing? And happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Terrence.
Hey, I want to talk to you just a little bit more. I asked you a couple weeks ago about Quincy Ivory. What is it about him that's allowed him to play so well early?
The thing that makes him so great, he can do so many different things on the football field for you as a player. Shoot, I think we could switch him over to offense and get some production out of him. That's what kind of athlete he is. But, you know, he can stand up and play backer. He can rush. He's a phenomenal rusher off the edge. And he's a smart football player. You know, that's what I think the key to his success is. And then I have to say that, you know, Coach Javancy Jones has done a great job with him. You know, he coaches the edge guys and those outside backers. And then Coach Quinn with schematically the things and the ways he used them defensively has also made him have a very successful season up to this point.
And another quick question, quick follow-up. Now, is he available to talk to the media at this point?
Not. Let me get with our SID people and we'll see and try to make a decision on that going forward.
Okay, good deal.
Okay.
Next question goes to Dr. Cavill.
Kenyatta Cavill, Dr. Cavill, inside HBCU Sports Lab.
What's going
So
on?
I wanted to ask, hey, good morning.
All right.
I wanted to talk about the fact that you're bringing in a Black College National Championship, you know, top 25 ranking, not number 1 HBCU ranking into this rivalry matchup. And I know that doesn't do anything on the field, but it sure makes it interesting for dialogue and talk. Mm-hmm. But also other teams use that, not only in this game, but I'm sure going in the rest of the games. What do you do when teams see you as the top of the mountain and you want to stay on the top of the mountain? You know, what do you do from a coach's philosophy to settle kids down, young men and women in terms of those associated with the program of keeping the focus? How does that work for you?
I just make them understand that we're at the top for a reason and go out there and play like that. If we go out there and play up to that level of play, to that expectation, regardless of who's on the other sideline, player-wise, no matter what they're thinking, how, you know, they come approach that football game, there won't be nothing you can do about it. You know, and that's what I talk to our team about. If we're number 1 team in the country, let's go out there and act like it. You know, the end of football games is determined on how they want it to look. I tell our team that all the time. You know, however you want this football game to look, it's on you got the guys in this locker room. But we understand the expectation. We understand what come with being number 1. You know, ranking in the FCS. But you know, if we play our level of play, no matter what team is on the other sideline or how hard they come at us during that football game, they won't be able to do nothing about it. So we just got to play and, you know, play at a high level in all 3 phases of the football game.
Thank you, Coach. Happy birthday. And you are allowed to smile, Coach.
Appreciate it, Doc.
Question goes to TJ Brown.
Good morning. Happy birthday, Coach Taylor. How you doing?
I'm good, TJ. How you doing?
Doing all right.
Mhm.
Appreciate it, your time today. Just want to ask, I know Cameron McCoy, you're obviously familiar with him since he played at Jackson last year. I guess how you feel, I guess emotionally, getting ready to see him for the first time, and also obviously preparing in case he does play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very proud for Cameron, able to find somewhere to, a spot to land, and then also getting the opportunity to play down there at Southern. But a very special and gifted athlete. He has the talent to beat you with his arm and his legs. We have to account for him in the run game. If he gets outside the pocket with that speed he has, he's pretty much gone. It's hard to get a hand on him. So we'll do a good job of that. I know Coach Quinn and that staff has been down there, in the last couple of weeks, really putting a good plan together, whoever may be a quarterback for those guys. But very proud and happy for the success Cam is having right now.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Question goes to Kyle Mosley.
Hey, Coach. Happy birthday to you, sir.
Thank you. How you doing?
Good, good. Talk about your rushing attack, usually going on the road, and that can help stabilize an offense. And you guys had over 290 yards last week against Tuskegee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's our backbone. That's the backbone of our offense, being able to run the ball. Any team that's talking about playing for a national championship, or a conference championship, you got to be able to, control the clock and run the football. We're a team that's built like that. We got some big guys up front that really play the game well. They're coached well by Coach Ramirez on the offensive line. Our running backs run tough. They're coached well by Coach Gallen over there, the running backs coach. But we like to sustain long drives. If you look at us from last year to this year, we're able to sustain some long drives, give our defense a rest. And you talk about playing it around late November and October. Those are the teams those teams that are having success. I guarantee you they're able to run the football. No matter what defenses how many guys they put in the box, they're still able to generate, 5, 10, 10 plus yard runs. So that's something we hang our hat on here. People know we're going to do it, and we're going to come out there and make a commitment to running the football.
Okay. And have you resolved your quarterback situation at this time?
I don't think we really have a situation. We got 2 guys that can play. That's a great situation. So we're in great position right now at the quarterback position.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
Coach, we are actually over your time, but we got Charles Bishop that raised his hand, so we got to
let Chuck in here. Yeah, you got to let Chuck in.
How you doing, Coach?
What's up, Chuck? How you doing, man?
Quick happy birthday to you. I wanted to ask this question. A player like Kelby Givens is one of the more disruptive players, not just in this conference, but in the country. But any special attention that you guys really have to look at with regards to dealing with Kelby Givens?
Just like you said, he gets special attention. You got to know where number 1 is on the football field. He played well in both games. We played against him last year. He's playing well this year. Truly a guy that has the ability to play on the next level, Chuck. So if you're not following Kelby Givens where he is on the football field, I guarantee you're not having a lot of success offensively, because he can impact the game defensively at the defensive end position. So we'll keep an eye on him, and be conscious of where he's lining up at on the football field. I know Coach Miller be putting him in some different situations, trying to find some matchups for him. He's that caliber of player. So all respect to that young man, the way he plays the game from me.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time.
All right, thank you.
Coach, as always, we sincerely appreciate your time. Look forward to speaking to you again next week, and happy birthday.
All right, thank you guys. Everybody be safe. See you next week.
Thank you.